Hello and welcome back to Mass Effect 2. Last time we were in Omega, doing some final business in there, and we got to Ish, who asked us to get some packages for him. This time I will try to do so, however, there are a few things that I wanted to show that I couldn't do before. So one of them is obviously the bartender. So I tried a whole bunch of combinations of squad members to take there, and very few of them work the way that I expected. However, I did finally find someone who has less priority to speak than Legion, and that is our drill friend. So let's do this again. I guess Thane has nothing to do with anything in Omega, so that's why his priority is lower.
Alcohol is toxic to most carbon-based organics. This reaction was beyond expected parameters.
Indeed.
How much did I drink?
One drink. That's all it takes. That racist Batarian bastard. Looks like you broke the first rule of Omega. Don't order a drink at Afterlife if you're human.
Duly noted. Let's get back to work.
Be careful out there.
So, if you choose this option, there's very little interaction with that guy. Okay, where am I going though? I need to go this way. The other thing that I wanted to show is what happens if you talk to Ish while you have only Miranda in the party.
Is that Shepard? Shepard's supposed to be dead.
So, if you recall, Jacob, not a big fan of Ish leading him into a Batarian ambush, and some Turian thugs apparently.
Miranda. Which one is Miranda?
Which one of the three is Miranda? I wonder.
Miranda Lawson. I thought that might be you.
Hello, Ish. Long time no see.
I take it you've met each other before.
Jacob and I worked a mission with Ish a few years back. He helped us with some information.
One of my finer moments, I'd say.
Quite a different tone, isn't it?
Is this gonna be a problem?
I've worked with Ish a few times. He's a coward and a liar. But he's useful enough.
So, Jacob wants to murder him, but Miranda's like, yeah, he's fine. So?
You need something?
Well, if you'd be so kind, I hoped you might consider a proposition. I need skilled, trustworthy people to take care of a little business for me. Nothing illegal, of course, but it's paying work.
And I want to show this option.
Not illegal? I doubt it.
Well, it's certainly legal on Omega. I can't be expected to know the laws of every settlement in the galaxy, can I?
Well, it just so happens that a lot of things are legal on Omega that are not legal anywhere else. So, indeed, that doesn't sound trustworthy at all.
What kind of business do you do?
Important business. So important that, with your help, we can change Omega.
I'm not here to run errands for you.
Of course. You're not the type to be interested in work that could change the face of a place like Omega. I'm sorry I bothered you.
Don't be coy with me. I'm not in the mood.
Ah, my mistake. Of course. Just don't hit me. Certain people here have business deals with people throughout the galaxy. If we were to have information involving those deals, We could make some ripples around here. That's all I'll say.
Nah, still not interested.
Find someone else to do your dirty work.
Come see me if you change your mind.
Well, that's the alternative. But let's go back to what we did before. And the packages that we need to get are on... Wait, what? Also, oh man. Legion is into the mood of this place. But wait, I thought I had... Okay, yeah. I just had another save just to make sure that I have a save before everything. So let's go back to doing what I was doing, indeed. So one package is on Ilium, another is on the Citadel, and... we do have a bit of business everywhere. However, we have more immediate business on Ilium, so let's go there first. So let's check the terminal. Okay. Oh, I have assault rifle damage. And I have the resources for it, because it's used iridium. Kinetic pulsar. Okay. However, we are still able to get a few more upgrades. And probably we're not going to find enough resources to apply those upgrades. So, what I'm thinking is that we will need to mine a bit more. However, I am going to wait until we do need to mine a bit more before doing that.
Glad things worked out, Commander. I was worried you'd dump Samara for some crazy soul sucker with a death fetish, all lithe and sexy and... never mind.
Yep, that was an option, if we had more morality.
That's it for now.
See you, Commander.
Alright, so, of course, we would be able to speak with Samara now, but let's leave that for a bit later. We'll have plenty of opportunities still. So we do have all the fuel and none of the probes, which is fine. Let's use the right relay. Ish said that the packages were on Eternity. That's the club. And let's check the journal. So we have 2 missions, one of which is the main mission, of course. And we have a bunch of assignments. Right, we also have stolen goods found. A cache of transported goods stolen by the transport operator was found and reported to Mr. Thax, the owner of the goods. Return to Ilium and see what happens as a result of informing Mr. Thax about the stolen goods. Okay, so that's another thing that we need to do. There's still some Firewalker things that I will need to take care of sometime. But, more importantly, Lair of the Shadow Broker. Cerberus has delivered information on purchases the Shadow Broker has made recently. May you provide the information Liard Sony needs to track down the Shadow Broker's location. Talk to Liara and Ilium about the Shadow Broker. Shadow Broker intel. To Shepard from Cerberus Information Processing. We're aware that your old friend Liard Sony has been hunting for the Shadow Broker for several years. We wouldn't mind helping her in that hunt, given the broker's past work for the Collectors. We recently uncovered some information that might give Liara a lead on where to find the Shadow Broker's base of operations. but unfortunately she doesn't have much faith in Cerberus intel. If you'd visit Ilium and pass it on to her as a gesture of goodwill, we'd appreciate it. That doesn't sound like Cerberus at all, and/or that information is very dubious. But okay, so at least they have some information on the Shadow Brokers, so maybe we can make some use of that. So we have a lot of things to do in Ilium, turns out. So let's go do them. Yes, obviously Legion, and who else do I want to bring here? Well, Grunt is always interesting for these type of missions, but I guess Garrus would be a good choice. We haven't seen much of his new armor and so on. Let's see, so let's swap these around. Mantis, yeah, use the Viper instead. And Legion can use his pulse rifle.
Excuse me, my sources indicate you were in a warehouse recently. Did you by any chance forward a questionable shipping note to a Mr. Thax?
Well, this is a polite Krogan. That's kind of creepy. Well, yes, I did forward a questionable shipping note to Thax. Was it to you?
That depends on who's asking.
My intentions are peaceful, and I'll take that as a yes. I'm a representative for Mr. Thax. He's very grateful to you. Please accept this as a gift for bringing the shipping irregularities to his attention.
Again, okay.
What happens to the shipping agent who was cheating Thax?
That depends on how sincere her apology is, and how willing she is to correct her mistake.
Do you want help finding the person who cheated Thax?
Thank you, but that won't be necessary. Mr. Thax will be making a series of polite calls. Hopefully a confrontation will not be required.
Okay.
It was my pleasure.
Have a pleasant day.
And got a lot of Renegade and a lot of credits. Excellent. So that is done. The next thing to take care of is to go to Eternity.
I'll be in short sell on prefabs after these human colony attacks. They're going to see a ton of business.
All right. Let's do it.
Coming up later today, we release our annual list of Ilium's 10 richest people. Are the heavens still bright as sorry?
So, there must be a package somewhere. Oh, also, we haven't listened to this.
I don't understand. Humans celebrate wedding contracts by tempting infidelity? That makes no sense.
Calm down, man. Don't embarrass me in front of the stripper.
What do Turians do? Do Turians do this too?
I'm just here for the drinks.
You said that bachelor parties are for very close friends. We're just co-workers.
We've been co-workers for 5 years, though. Aren't Solarian years like dog years?
Okay, now that's offensive. I appreciate the gesture, but my people don't even have sex drives the way humans do.
Uh-huh. Take a look at that, man. Everybody likes the Asari. Everybody.
But we actually reproduce by... My word. She is very limber. I can appreciate her dancing in an aesthetic manner, but I don't have feelings of... She is a lovely shade of blue.
Okay. That makes my legs hurt just watching it. And my knees are meant to bend that way.
This isn't as bad as I'd feared. It's actually... Is it warm in here?
Okay, you see that bit there?
The little divot in her abdomen?
It's called a belly button. Humans and Asari have them, and you're gonna be doing shots out of it later tonight.
That can't be sanitary.
Not the point, man.
I can understand why I might find Asari attractive, but how can they be attractive to humans too? They look just like Solarians.
What? They look exactly like us. I'm not seeing the Solarian thing at all. At all.
You're both wrong. Asari look just like Blue Turians. Look at the head fringe.
Wait. You don't think they're like mind controlling us to see them as attractive, do you?
Please be quiet. You're going to ruin Asari for me. And there aren't many Turian women on Ilium.
Well, I suppose watching just one more dance wouldn't hurt.
That's the spirit.
As long as I'm not paying for the drinks.
Yeah, it was never confirmed nor denied that Asari actually appear different for different species.
I still don't see why we're here. Solarians do not get married. My family simply negotiated a reproduction contract.
So then he says...
Oh, there we go.
Oh, it's okay. Our amino acids are all...
So here's the shipping.
Diseases or anything if we go natural.
To Galana Ulme. Shipping routes into the Terminus Systems. Don't worry, our contact is a Batarian gentleman named Anto. He's one of Aria Tilok's flankies, but we're keeping his palms well greased, and he should offer us safe passage through the systems. As long as we stay beneath Aria's notice, we should be fine. Sincerely, Valeria. We've seen Anto. Indeed, he is one of the people around Aria Tilok. Looks like someone's paying him to let someone through shipping routes into the Terminus Systems. Even though that might also be not something that Aria wants to have. Deliver the package to Ish in the markets of Omega.
I'm telling you, this is why you shouldn't date humans.
So then, I had to explain about cross-species fluid contact. Completely killed the mood.
Not to mention that...
Thanks for taking care of that crazy guy. Saves me having to beat him to death with his own spine. That makes the other customers nervous. Anyway, this is Eternity, and I'm Aethyta, Asari Matriarch and bartender. Get you anything?
So, we haven't talked to the bartender much. Interestingly enough, it's a Matriarch that works in the bar.
You're an Asari Matriarch? I thought Matriarchs serve as honored advisors.
Right. Which I do here at this bar. I know. Not what you'd expect. But nobody on Thessia wanted to listen to my wise counsel, so here I am. Dad was a Krogan who fought in the Rachni Wars. My mother fought in the Krogan rebellions. I've pretty much seen it all.
Yeah, so Krogan live apparently quite long. Asari live quite long, and this Asari is a Matriarch who probably lived quite long.
What's it like, living for nearly 1,000 years?
Violent. Wars break out. Colonies get destroyed. Sometimes you hear good news, like that colony on Pharaoh surviving. That's the exception, though. You find peace in whatever arms will hold you. Turian, Elcor, Hanar. Even had a pureblood daughter. I was the father. Didn't work out. And one day you wake up, your figure's gotten matriarchal, and everyone else is too young to remember how the Quarians looked inside those suits.
Alright.
If your mother fought in the rebellions and your father was a Krogan, didn't that cause tension?
They didn't meet until a few hundred years after the Turians put the boot in with the damn Genophage. As far as either one knew, they were both just warriors. Dad boasted. Mom stayed quiet. Mom was a matriarch herself. Dad was near on 1,000 when the truth came out.
What happened when he found out?
I was about 100, shaking my ass in some sleazy bar. They got me on the link. Told me that they were gonna have it out, and made me promise to love whichever one survived. Turned out to be damn easy, since neither one did. Family, huh? What a kick in the quad.
You said your father fought in the Rachni Wars.
Yeah. When he was young. Loved showing off his war scars. Krogan think they're sexy. Me, I go for asses. When I was a girl, he'd tell me about landing on this poison-filled world and stomping a Arachnite queen into muck. Scientists say all that stuff about us getting genetic material from the father is crap. Seems like I got a bit of his mouth, though.
Looks like it.
Your mother fought in the Krogan rebellions?
I don't know whether she fought. She scouted, sniped a few people, and blew up a couple of space stations. You know, commando stuff. She'd put the old commando leathers on for special nights with Dad. Goddess, that was embarrassing.
Yeah, so that's why there was a conflict. Krogan rebellions.
Why is a matriarch in a bar serving drinks?
It's better than what most other matriarchs are doing. Look at that screw-up with Saren and his Geth a few years back. Their ships were hanging bare-assed in space when Saren started shooting. If not for you humans, we would have bought it right there. And I warned him. Told people on Thessia what was coming, and they didn't want to hear it.
So... is she also one of the people who do believe in the Reapers?
What didn't they want to hear?
That art and philosophy and political prowess wasn't gonna cut it. We can't go a single Asari lifetime without some big war breaking out. We need to get our daughters working earlier, not spending their wild maiden years stripping or in merc bands. When I started talking about making new mass relays ourselves, they laughed the blue off my ass. So now, I serve drinks.
Oh. Well, that works too, I suppose. And yeah, apparently you can make mass relays. At least the Protheans figured out how to do that. So looks like she's smarter than it would appear, but nobody believes in her either. Oh well.
Thanks for telling me about that.
That's what I'm here for, babe. Get you anything else?
I'd like something to drink.
Sure. I'll set up a tab at the drink kiosk. Knock yourself out. Literally, if you want. Just don't drink anything for Turians or Quarians. Does nasty things to your insides. Once saw Krogan drink a liquefied Turian on a dare 6 or 7 centuries back. Nobody came out of that one looking pretty.
Thanks for setting up the drinks.
Right. Don't eat the nuts in the Red Bowls. They're for Turians and Quarians. You'll get cramps.
And, indeed, this is a drink kiosk. Please select your purchase. Shot of liquor. The best Asari hard liquor money can buy. Much more refined than that Krogan swill. Glass of wine. A sweet and mellow glass of famous Asani honeymead. Or a mystery drink. Whatever this is, it's rumored to come from the deepest reaches of the Traverse. Distilled on a shadowy nameless planet by specially adapted Vorcha. Well, let's see what this is. Hold on to your livers. Yeah, that just makes you drunk right off the bat. Okay, but let's continue. So we dealt with this whole fax problem. However, I still do want to check up on what happened to the person talking about it.
Of course.
And also, if there's anything that I can get out of the policewoman now. That there's no longer
You can sell
just a
something
car.
that dangerous with just a contract and a waiver?
These are the Terminus Systems. Everything's dangerous, and everything's for sale. Either we tax and monitor it to keep some control, or the smugglers get a monopoly.
Still can't believe you have a just a car in your service.
Alright.
Still can't believe you have a just a car in your service.
might be worth it to just bring Samara here.
Okay, listen, give Thax a full refund, do you hear me? He knows, I don't know how, it doesn't matter. Credit him a full refund now, and then get your ass someplace safe. Leave me alone, I can't talk to anybody. Leave me alone, I can't talk to anybody.
Alright then. So,
this might be fun for you. For me, it's the future.
I can
My
actually
breeding
afford this now.
strategy is at
Woohoo. And now it's all bought out.
Blue Rose of Ilium. Leave eternity unembraced and grapple in the glorious struggle that is us, here and now. I am speechless. Not with blood rage, but with love. And I stand here, humble and mute, to offer you a home. Come to me, Blue Rose of Ilium. Let our three hearts beat as two. Oh, Blue Rose of Ilium, let your roots dig deep into the hot soil of Tuchanka. Let our scorching sun and sheeting rain turn your supple beauty into strength. For if our love is to survive, it must grow thorns to pierce the hand of any that would uproot it.
What do you want? Sorry, that damn Krogan's love poems are getting on my nerves.
Is that Krogan bothering you?
No, you don't need to hurt him or anything. He's harmless. Which, I know, Krogan, so it's hard to believe. His name is Char. We're kind of dating, but, well, we're on a break. And he's trying to show me how sensitive he is by, well, wooing me. It's really bad.
It doesn't seem common for Asari to date Krogan. What brought you two together?
He's a fun guy, really smart, especially for a Krogan. And he's got a good job as a transport technician. It's fun to join a mercenary guild or dance at bars for a few centuries, but eventually you hit the matron stage, you know? Then you get your back tattoo removed, let your scalp go back to its natural blue, and settle down with someone dependable.
Blue Rose of Ilium.
Why are the two of you on a break?
He's serious. Serious, as in talking about kids. Char is a great guy to date, but for something permanent... Krogans live long lives. It's not like dating a human where you just stick it out for a century till they die. No offense. It made me wonder if he really likes me. Or if he just wants kids. He can't have them any other way, you know. Because of the genophage.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
That sounds like a question you should ask him.
I did. I don't think he realized that our kids would always have been Asari. Non-Asari don't always get that we're not taking alien DNA, we're just using it to randomize some of the genetic information. Anyway, Char was quiet for a long time. Then he said that he'd love our girls no matter what color they were.
You need to talk to your boyfriend. He's just gonna keep shouting poetry until you do.
I know, but it's tough. I like him a lot. Hell, I love him. But I don't know if he's permanent Bond material.
We have enough morality to go either way. Well, that seems rude, so...
Look at him. He's obviously crazy about you.
Is he? I mean, what if he just wants to have kids? Am I just his baby-making machine? He said I wasn't, but...
If he said that, then you either trust him, so you have nothing to worry about, or you don't, and you've already decided.
I guess I hadn't thought about it like that. And I do trust him, if he said it. I'm going to talk to him. Here, I've given you a discount at the terminal. Thanks for the help.
And there we go. Quest complete. And no more poetry. And this, actually, is Memories of Ilium, which is just a bunch of souvenirs. But we got a discount on it, so it does save us a few credits. Might as well get all of these. Not the fish yet, though. It's kind of expensive. So I might want to...
That still sounds like an awful thing to legalize.
All the dangers are right there on the package. It's legally required.
Who reads labels, though?
So consider it a way to weed out the people too stupid to know their limits.
I'll have to eventually go and buy everything else that I couldn't buy before. Because I do have a decent amount of credits now. So there are still things left on Tuchanka, on Omega, on the Citadel as well. But they're very non-essential things. Alright, well, I guess that is going to be it, and next time we will actually talk to Liara about the Shadow Broker business. So I will see you all then. Later.